I'm praying that this message finds the people that need it the most. So I'm in this journey with the Lord. I've been in this journey with the Lord for some years now, but I really feel like He's bringing me to a place of deep understanding about the fact that I haven't been crazy all along. Okay? Now, what I mean by that is, there have been so many times in my life where I just really questioned, like, Lord, am I reading things correctly? Is it me? Am I tripping? Am I bugging? Am I misunderstanding things? Maybe it's my mindset. Maybe it's my point of view. Maybe I'm not seeing things correctly. And the Lord has been showing me, like, no, you see correctly. Your eyes are seeing exactly what is happening. Okay? So what I mean by that is just, I've been in this place of severe self-doubt, I would say. I think for the majority of my life, because, and this is something I didn't realize, the nature of the household that I grew up in fostered an identity that was rooted in self-doubt. I grew up in a very broken home. I grew up very isolated, even within my own family. I grew up being accused of a lot of things, being blamed for everything. I grew up taking the brunt of everybody else's emotional stuff. I grew up being the scapegoat, the black goat, the black sheep, whatever you want to call it. And in a lot of ways, it led me to think, okay, there must be something wrong with me. Clearly, I'm the problem. Clearly, there's something I need to work on within myself, right? Clearly, if these people are saying these things about me, it has to be true. So I grew up with such a level of self-doubt where I really just didn't know what to believe. It's like I constantly had these conflicting thoughts. Sometimes I thought I was good. Sometimes I thought I was bad. Sometimes I thought I was, a good person. Sometimes I thought I was evil or whatever. Like, just having these conflicting thoughts inside of myself. And it led me to have this personality that became a people pleaser, to be honest, right? Because I wanted to just do whatever I needed to do to get by. I needed to do whatever to be accepted. I desperately just wanted love and acceptance and community and friendship and family and all these things. And I didn't realize that I was being groomed into people pleasing. I didn't realize that I was being groomed into this identity of a self-doubter, a person who just did not have that firm resolve. Like, I didn't even have strong opinions about things. I was very go with the flow. I was very easy to get along with. I was very just kind of flexible. Like, I was just molding into whatever I needed to be in that moment. And I realized this was the enemy's plan all along. This was the enemy's plan because he wanted me to doubt the intuition that God gave me. He wanted me to doubt the voice of God that I always heard. He wanted me to doubt that I was even perceiving things correctly. He wanted me to doubt my eyes. He wanted me to doubt my ears. He wanted me to doubt the Spirit of the living God that was always speaking, right? And so if this message found you, it's likely that you're probably a person who's experienced a lot of these same things. And it's taken me years to get to the point where I am now, where I realized, no, girl, this was all a big scheme. There was a big plan. There was a big scheme in play. From the moment you were born, and probably even before you were born, this scheme was in play. Because the enemy knew who I would be, and the enemy knew who you would be, right? There's so many of us that have doubted what God has placed on the inside of us because of these familiar spirits that have been around us. These spirits that have been operating through people that we're familiar with, family members, friends, relationships, even co-workers, right? These groupings of spirits that have been following us throughout life to make us doubt what we're seeing, what we're perceiving. It's all been a plot and a scheme to get us to silence our voice and to silence the voice of God that honestly wants to speak through us. But it ends now. And it ends here. And it ends by us coming to realize that this is not an isolated occurrence. The enemy works the same way. He does nothing new. He does nothing creatively. The only way that he continues to be successful is because he is successful in getting us to silence our voices. He is successful in getting us to shut up. He is successful in getting us to think that we're the ones that are at fault and we're the ones that have to carry the burden and we're the ones that have to fix the issue. But it ends here. And it ends by us deciding to take a stand and to stand on the side of righteousness and to say, you know what? God has not called me to be the scapegoat. God has not called me to be the one to carry the burdens of a family, to carry the burdens of a people. He has not called me to be the sacrificial lamb. And so it ends now, and it ends with me. And it's taken a lot of self-work. But more than the self-work, it's taken a lot of spiritual work to get to this kind of place. But let me tell you something. When we get to that place where we're like, you know what? I don't care what anybody else has to say about me. I want to know what God says about me. God, what is it that you're saying about me? Who is it that you've called me to be? What is the word that you've spoken about my life? What is the assignment that you've given to me? What is the purpose that I have? What am I even supposed to be doing in this moment? Forget everybody else. I don't care what they have to say anymore. Because no matter how much I have done the things that they wanted me to do, and no matter how much I have performed, and no matter how great I've been, and no matter how much love I've given, no matter how many of their abuse I've taken, no matter how many fights I have been in the middle of trying to diffuse and resolve, no matter how many times I've shown up as the intercessor and the mediator and the good one, they still hate me. They still find a way to come with an attack against me. They still find a reason to blame me for something. So no matter what I've done, I'm still going to be on the opposing side of this person because they see me as an enemy. The moment that we realize that there's absolutely nothing we can do to make peace with them is the moment that we actually become free. There's so many levels to this thing here, okay? There are so many levels to the operation of the enemy because he is very strategic. And these things that we're experiencing are spiritual, 100%. These are not things that we're seeing in the natural and it ends there. No, there is a spiritual attack. This is a multi-level spiritual construct that is trying to keep you stuck in cycles of bondage and cycles of trying to work for the approval of man. Meanwhile, getting you out of position from what God wants you to do. So it's time that we take our focus and our attention back and we say, okay, no, Lord, I fix my gaze back on you. And I want to know what it is that you're saying. What is it that you want me to do? I take back my love. Okay, I take back the desire that I had where I wanted to be loved by these people. And now the only love I want is your love. The only love I want is God's love at this point. Because his love is perfect. His love is pure. Okay? His love is free from performance. His love is the love that sets us free. Right? When we get to that place, that's the dangerous place that the enemy doesn't want us to get to. Because he wants us to constantly be on that hamster wheel of working for the approval of man. Let me tell you something. This year has been such an interesting year because the Lord has been literally detoxing me from the world. I don't even know how else to say it. Like, he has been detoxing me from the world. And he's been showing me and opening my eyes to see how much of this world is really created on deceptive systems. How many people in this world are constantly in this performance-based mindset where even the clothes that they're choosing to wear and the way that, people are putting themselves together, doing makeup in certain ways, following certain trends and listening to certain music because it's popular, or going to certain places because everybody else is doing it, right? This world wants us to become followers. It wants us to lose our identity. It wants us to lose our individuality. And it wants us to become cut and paste like one another. But really, the design of God is for us to be unique. It's for us to have our own voice. It's for us to have our own identity in him. It's for us to bear witness of him, not of this world. And so God has been leading me into a place of just pure discovery. And I don't even know how else to say it. But he has been delivering me from the desire to even be accepted. I find myself doing things that in the past I would never have done because I would have thought to myself, oh my God, people are going to be looking at me. I'm going to look strange. They're going to think I'm weird. But I'm in a place right now where I don't even care. I don't even care. It's just me and God at this point. It's literally just me and Jesus. It's me and the Lord. And when I tell you, I have found so much more peace than I've ever known because he's given me the clarity that I've always needed. He's showing me that he is ordering our steps.